Hey guys, this is Goku, and on this channel we talk about poker and ideas that can improve your life. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and click the subscribe button because I'll be honored to have you here. Today we're gonna jump into another GTO trainer session. We're still playing the MP2 Open versus Big Blind Call, which is a tournament spot played on 50 Big Blind stacks. We are halfway in this spot, so if you'd like to see the previous sessions, you can check out the playlist in the description of this video. But now let's jump into it, and for our first hand we can see we've got Queen Jack off on a 6 deuce deuce board. Villain checks to us and we're going to bet 2 here. That's the ideal action, played 93% of the time. And the villain calls our bet and now leads for a third pot bet on a 4 of spades. Now do we call here or do we fold? Do we maybe raise sometimes? I think I'm gonna call here, but probably we should fold a lot. Yeah, we should fold 96% of the time. We've got a king on the river, and perhaps we should bluff at this with our hand. I'm just gonna try and bet half pot here. But yeah, this game tree hasn't been calculated, so we won't know what's the correct play here with our hand. But the villain calls anyway with pocket threes. Now we've got ace king suited on an ace 5 deuce. We're betting 2 here. Yeah, villain folds. Ace jack off on a jack 3-10. Is that a bet 5? Let's see. It is. Excellent. Villain folds. Ace jack suited on a 10 deuce 10. Villain leads for a third pot bet. We're gonna call. Villain leads again for a third pot bet on a 5 of hearts. And I think we call again here, right? Okay, we call here 61.5% of the time. And now villain leads for the third time on a 5 of spades. And I assume we're just calling him down. Okay. So calling is 63% of the strategy and folding is 36% of the strategy. So we should be folding some here. At least a third of the time. And villain's got actually the nuts, so maybe not the nuts, but pocket fives on a 7-9 jack. We're betting 2 here. Okay. We get called. 4 of spades on the turn. We're going to check this time. Okay. And we hit our 5 on the river. Now should we maybe shove here? Or should we just raise par? I'm gonna try shoving. Okay, so shoving is 31% of the strategy. Raising to pot is 69. So we should rather raise pot because that's the ideal action, and smaller EV loss here. Yeah, it's shoving is a small EV loss, but fortunately we got called, so it would turn out great for us. But we have to think long term, of course. King 8-8 on the flop, and we've got pocket jacks. We're gonna bet 2 here. That's the ideal action, played 63% of the time. Villain calls. 4 of diamonds on the turn. I think we're gonna check this time. Yeah, we should. And villain leads for a quarter pot bet on the river. I think we just call here. Yeah. Villain's got pocket nines. Cool. Ace 6 of clubs on an 8-10 king with 2 spades. We're gonna bet 2. Okay, this is actually check ideally. Betting 2 is fine EV-wise, but 12% of the strategy, so betting 5 is another 38 or so. King queen off on a deuce 3 king with 2 diamonds. We're betting 2. And we're getting raised, so we're just calling here, of course. Okay, we're calling here 58% of the time. Are we re-raising the rest? Deuce on the turn. I think this is a donk. Is it? No, it should rather be 3/4 pot bet 41% of the time, or a donk bet 51% of the time. Cool. Let's go to the next one. 9-7 of spades on a 4 queen 8. We're betting 2. Okay, ideal action is betting 5, but it's a small frequency play 17% of the time. We get raised, so we fold. Yep. King jack of diamonds on a 5-5-7 with 2 clubs. We're betting 2. As the ideal action, we get raised. And I think we just fold. Yeah. Pocket sixes on an ace king 3. We're betting 2. Okay, solver likes betting 5 here with pocket sixes, and it does that 86% of the time. Villain folds. 7-6 of clubs on a 3-9 king with 2 clubs. We're betting 2. Ideal action is betting 5. Solver's doing that 45% of the time. Okay. 7 of diamonds on the turn. Now, do we bet here? I wonder if we check here any, but I'm definitely leaning towards betting. And if betting, how much? I'm gonna bet 3/4 pot here. Okay, should be an overbet really, 93.5% of the time. Okay. And a deuce of diamonds on the river. I think we're just going to check here behind, I think. Yeah. As we should, and we lose to a flush. Good that we didn't pull the trigger. Ace 9 of spades on a 4 deuce 7. We're betting 2. As the ideal action, villain folds. King 9 of hearts on a king ace 6. We're betting 2. Okay, this is, yeah, I was thinking about that. This is actually a bet 5, 46% of the time. 3 of hearts on the turn. We're checking. Yeah. And now there's an 8 of diamonds on the river, and villain leads for 3/4 pot bet. I think we fold. Okay, fold is actually a bad play here. It's minus 1.42 BB of EV loss. Should call here always with king 9 of hearts. Okay. Good to know. Yeah, very good to know. This is an important spot. Queen 9 of clubs on a 3-6-6 with 2 hearts. We're betting 2. Yeah. Villain calls. 4 of spades on the turn. Villain leads for a 3rd pot bet. Do we just fold here? Do we raise it? I like raising pot here, so I'm gonna try it. And yeah, it's a fold 93% of the time. Raise pot 7% of the time. Okay. And we actually catch our queen on the river, so are we betting here still, or are we checking behind? I think we're checking behind. And we should be. Okay, good. Queen jack off on a 4-5 queen. Is that a bet too? Yes, it is. Villain folds. King 10 of hearts on a 7-6-8. Is that a check? Okay, it's a bet 5, 36% of the time. Check 35. And bet 2 another 30%, so that's cool. Another 6 on the turn. We're gonna do a delayed c-bet. That's the ideal action. Villain calls. And a 4 of spades on the river. And the villain leads for a quarter pot bet. Now, what do we do here? Do we call, fold, or raise? I think we call here. Okay, we should just fold 97% of the time. Calling is medium EV loss and only 1% of the strategy. Should be an easy fold, actually. Pocket fours on a deuce straight queen. We're betting 2. Villain folds. Pocket sixes on a 7-7-10. Again bet 2. Yeah, villain calls. 5 of clubs on the turn. Means we are continuing, or are we checking? Gonna try and continue. Bet 3/4. No, that's a bad play. I mean, that's a medium EV loss, but very, very rare strategy. We should just check here 90% of the time. And we are checking behind on the 3 of diamonds, and villains actually got full house, so cool. 10-8 of diamonds on an ace 9-6. We're betting 2, as we should. Villain calls. We hit our 10 on the river, so we're gonna check. Yeah. And a deuce on the river. I think we just check. Or maybe we should bet half pot here, actually. Yeah, we check 62% of the time. And bet another 40, so yeah. I think if we're betting here, it's probably half pot, isn't it? Queen 9 of spades on a 5 ace 9. We're betting 2. 92% of the time. Villain folds. King queen off on an ace 10 3. Is that a bet 2? That's a bet 5. Okay. Villain folds. 9-10 of diamonds on a king 4-5 rainbow. We're betting 2. That's the ideal action. Villain folds. 10-9 suited on a king queen jack. Now do we bet 5 here or bet 2? I'm gonna bet 2. Okay, should be a bet 5 40% of the time. Bet 2 33. And a check 16% of the time. Cool. Oh, sorry, 26% of the time. So we're doing quite a bit of checking here, actually. Ace king suited on a 10 jack queen. We're gonna bet 2. No, that's a bet 5 ideally, but 34% of the time, and bet to 48% of the time. Awesome, we've played our 25 hands for the day. And our overall EV loss is minus 14 BBs per 100 hands, so pretty good. I'm happy with that. Frequency have been a bit too aggressive, maybe just in terms of not falling enough. And our biggest hand was this one, King 9 of hearts, where we followed the river. Yeah, I remember it. Instead we should call here 100% of the time. yeah, that's an important spot actually, and one we should definitely memorize. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed watching this video, please leave a comment. Just write GTO or ask any questions you might have. Subscribe if you're not already. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed watching it. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.